path. And I'm so excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining. And I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on at Rythmia. We are open. We're having an amazing week here. Ben Decker is our guest speaker. If you don't know Ben, he is a wonderful meditation teacher and amazing individual, amazing being, whom I'm so grateful to know and count among my friends. So he's teaching this week here at Rythmia. And we're just having a transformational week. It's so amazing to watch people in different places and their journey. Some people are like, oh my God, this is wonderful. Some people are really in it, really pushing through things, clearing things out. But this is the truth of the medicine. This is the truth that whatever we're going through is our ceremony, right? Exactly as it is, just exactly as it is. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But I want to tell you about Rythmia as you all are streaming in. Hello, hello. Hi, Jack. Good to see you. Be sure to say hello. Let us know where you're from. Your comments are on the main stream now. So be sure to give us a little comment. Let us know where you're calling in from. Let us know if you have any questions. Let us know what you're thinking. Hey, Dorota. Lovely to see you too. So we're open and we are safe. So there's no requirements to get into Costa Rica. Colette, hello, welcome. You can come in without getting a test to come into the country. It's very safe here because Costa Rica is so sparsely populated, right? And we pick you up at the airport and you come to Rythmia and we give you a COVID test right away before you even check in. So everybody that checks in has been tested. And then we're testing everybody on property, all the staff, all the guests, 2-3 times a day. We do temperature checks. And once you're here, it's a limited access campus. So that means that the limited egress and regress, which keeps everybody safe. So when you're here, you get to hug people and touch people and go to swimming with people and get in the sauna, and it's safe. Everybody's tested. And then you need a PCR test to get back into the United States or Canada or the UK. We got the test for you here. You get the test here. You don't have to leave property, and it's ready for you when you go to the airport. We handle it all. Easy peasy. Come on down. Come see us. Call that number below. That number right there. Okay, so I'm feeling a little goofy today, and I want to thank you. Before we go any further, let's give a shout out to Jax from San Jose, Milor, hello, Angel Brewer, hello. And Mary from Indiana, Gary, Indiana. So today's topic is Earth School. What are we here for? And so what I was thinking about was, well, that's kind of like, what's the meaning of life? And then immediately I thought the meaning of life. And then I thought Monty Python. And as I was trying to prepare and center my mind and get ready for this talk, all I could hear in my head were Monty Python songs from the meaning of life. Every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is great. Whenever sperm is wasted, God gets quite irate. Okay. Let the heathen spill them on the floor. God will strike them down. I know. I'm trying to prepare for the talk, and that's what's going through my head. So, what is the meaning of life? Well, that's the big question, right? And guess what? I have the answer. That's right. I have the answer. Woo! You didn't know you were going to find the answer to the meaning of life today, but here it is. Are you ready? Let's see. Wait a minute. Before I get myself into trouble. Aloha from Gina. Brooke is asking, where are you located? Brooke from Idaho. Hello, Brooke from Idaho. We are located in Guanacaste, Costa Rica, in one of the 5 blue zones in the world. Okay, so here's how this topic came up. I was experiencing, oh my God, such a beautiful sunset yesterday. And it was such a beautiful day. Oh, thank you, Gina, for the singing. I like to sing. I was experiencing such a beautiful moment. The day before yesterday, so 2 days ago, I had a really heavy day. You have one of those days where you're just like, ooh, everything seems so serious. Everything seems so heavy. And, things were weighing down on me. So I went for a long walk on the beach and with my dog. Well, actually the dog that I'm taking care of, but it's pretty much like my dog now. So, Elena, if you're listening, sorry, my dog. So Me and Olive were walking on the beach. And I mean, it was one of those sunsets that was like epic. It looked like a Rococo painting, you know, it was like the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, like the clouds were going and whoa, Monica, it's your birthday. What? You say it's your birthday, but it's my birthday too. Happy birthday. We're going to sing a little bit to you for your birthday. In a minute, let me finish the story. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. You are wonderful. So there we go. Everybody's give Monica a big happy birthday. So glad you're here. Woo! So I'm walking on the beach and I'm feeling heavy. The day was heavy. I was sad. And it was, like I said, the Sistine Chapel kind of clouds parted, the sun's setting, the waves are rolling in. I'm on this long beach, wide. To the left, the clouds are just these sherbet pinks and oranges and blues and almost metallic-y, and it's all reflecting on the water and the clouds, and the water comes up on the sand and then it's kind of reflective too, and so the clouds are reflecting on the water and on the sand. It looks like an extension, and then on this side it's bright and the sun's going to, I mean, birds flying, and I could look at it and go, wow, this is beautiful, but I wasn't feeling it, right? Like I had to be like, wow, look at that's really beautiful, really. But I was so heavy for whatever stuff was going through, right? Now, it's okay. That's one of the first things that we want to talk about is do not try to move your experience. Do not try to improve your experience. Do not try to get out of your experience. Like, oh, I should be enjoying this beautiful sunset. Why aren't I happy? Come on, boy, get up, get going. Just see the bright side of life. That's a sort of spiritual bypass, believe it or not, where everything that I'm experiencing is worthy of acceptance. And the only way to move myself out of that experience is by accepting it, not rejecting it, by accepting it, not condemning it, by accepting it, not judging it. Right? No normative statements. I was feeling low. And yes, I know fundamentally rock bottom life is good. I know that everything is working together for my good. I know that right now all my needs are met, that I'm okay, because that was a big part of what was going on. But that didn't matter. I was still feeling that way. Now, I wasn't pitching a tent there. I wasn't like going to set up camp like, all right, here we go, moving into Sadsville. No. Come with me, move into Sadsville. Everybody's low. Wow, lots of birthday wishes going on. And Bruce's 60th birthday, right on, man. 60 is the new 40. That's what I'm saying. So the important thing was to experience the experience. And I could see that it was beautiful, but it wasn't that like, Now, yesterday, I was outside with a friend, and this is how this topic came up of Earth School. What are we here for? I was sitting with a friend at sunset time, and we were in this field, and the field kind of goes off to a little cliff, and then the water's below. Pretty spectacular also. And there were some high grasses because it's sort of almost the end of summer here. We're mid-summer right now in Costa Rica. And so the grasses are high, and it's a blue sky, and there's all these like prairie birds. Guanacaste, where we're out of the grasslands of Costa Rica. So these prairie birds are flying over the top of the grass in the blue sky, and then it goes off to, there's some palm trees in the water. And it was that moment where by my five senses, I just received so much beauty. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to remind myself that it was beautiful. The moment was just beautiful. It was this expression of myself, realizing that I was going to experience, wait, let me just say that again. It was a deep connection with source and with the beauty and order and harmony and balance and perfection, right? But I didn't have to, it was not a mental exercise. It was just a feeling automatically. And you know, those feelings, it's like, oh, I'm so grateful that I experienced this without having to think about it, right? That was the opposite from the day before where I had to really think about it. So moving into Sadsville. So we're sitting there and I'm just catching this moment, catching the beauty. And my friend says to me that she was sharing with me about her Akashic records and why she was sent to Earth, that Earth needs some help right now. In some way, the way she said that to me, everything clicked. Everything clicked as to our purpose. I don't know why, but it's something that I've known, the words I've known, but there was a deeper understanding, an opening occurred. And beyond the words, beyond the meaning of the words, there was a down in my bones understanding of the reason why we're here. And I had to really refer to Agape, to Agape's purpose statement, which is, that we're a spiritual community. And this is why Agape and Rythmia are associated. A spiritual community, an intentional community. And the intention is to provide a space for people to realize that they are emanations of God, that they're one with all of life, that they're one with the source of all of life. And in that realization, we can deliver our gifts and talents to be a beneficial presence on the planet. That's in essence what the purpose statement of Agape is. And all of a sudden it clicked. Earth School, we're here to wake up, right? We're here to wake up to the truth. It really is the storyline of the Matrix, right? Everything seems so real, and it is, right? We live in a real world where if you walk in front of a car, you're going to get hit. There are some things. I mean, there's a slim possibility that your atoms can split apart and in that moment and the car goes through you and you can reconfigure yourself like a science fiction movie. True. But that's a slim possibility. More than likely, you're going to need to be seeing an ER doctor, not a medicine doctor, not a plant medicine doctor. So what is the purpose? To wake up, right? To the fact that even though this seems real, that we are more than this. The phrase comes to mind that consciousness does not exist in our minds, right? We have this kind of sense that, well, if I cut off my finger, I can still think. If I cut off my arm, I can still think. But if I cut off my head, consciousness disappears. And thank you, Jonathan. Hey, brother, thank you, man. So we think that consciousness is in our heads. No, our heads are in consciousness. Right? Consciousness exists everywhere. As Reverend Michael likes to say, its center is everywhere and its circumference is nowhere, right? Consciousness is outside of time and space. Consciousness is. That's why we say, like the first law of thermodynamics, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but transferred or conveyed into various forms. Consciousness is. In the same way, the soul isn't in the body is in the soul. We are an extension of the invisible made visible. We are an extension of the formless taken form. We are E equals MC squared. We are energy manifested into form in time and space. Pretty much. So there's probably some physicists out there like, that's a complete misinterpretation of that. Anyway, if it is or it isn't, that's what I'm saying. So this idea of what are we here for? What are we here for? What is Earth School's purpose is to wake up to the truth of that oneness, that we aren't just this physical body. Yes, we are the physical body, but there's an extension, a spectrum of our greatness, of our energy, our energetic imprint, our energetic signature, that extension of it that is so much greater than we are. Yes, energy manifested in time and space. Sarah, you got it, baby. Tell me more, tell me more. Did you put up a fight? Okay, so, so Earth School, first of all, to wake up. Once we are awakened to the truth that yes, this is real, what we're experiencing, and there's a continuum that is so much greater, so much more that we are interacting with, right? Then we realize how important our actions are. Then we realize how important it is to be a good steward of the earth. Then we realize how important it is to be a good steward to our brothers and sisters. Then we realize that I can't hurt you without hurting me, that I can't do damage to the earth without doing damage to me. This is the key to the waking up, is the moving from this idea that I'm alone and isolated and what I do doesn't matter. So if it ain't mine, the 5-finger reach, right? If it ain't mine to reach, If it's mine to grab, it's mine to have. That's what we're talking about, right? That's the sort of lower level consciousness. How much can I get out of life? What can I sink my teeth into and grab out of life? And as we wake up to the truth that we're connected with everything, then we wake up to the truth that we move out of just, it's not about me, but it's about community. It's about oneness. It's about all of life, right? It's about my interaction with life. So it's in this way that we become more open and available to share ourselves with others, to be, as we say, a beneficial presence on the planet. So here in this way, that's the purpose of Earth School. First of all, Earth School to wake up. Secondly, now that we know that our activities are important, that we must keep ourselves, once we wake up, we realize that our actions matter, that they impact more than just, well, it doesn't hurt anybody, it's just me. No. Now, the second part of this is to realize that we are high vibrational beings. And when we bring ourselves to lower vibrations, that's fine. But have you ever noticed, like, wow, I feel so drained at the end of the day? So this was another insight from yesterday. This movement, like, we're high vibrational beings. And when we do activities, when we make choices, like, there's nothing wrong, all choices are fine, right? There's no judgment around the choices, but the realization is in the choices that we make, we're either moving our frequency up or down. As Plato would say, we're either animating the soul towards the good or away from the good. So if we are awake, if we are intending to be a beneficial presence on the planet, realizing that our actions are significant and make a difference not only for ourselves but for everybody, then we must keep ourselves lifted in high consciousness, because the movement down, when we hang around with lower vibrational people, when we do things that sort of lower our vibration, and it's okay to do that, but just remember, the movement to bring yourself down and go back up, to travel up and down that scale, is very tiring for a high vibrational being. So I realized that, like, oh, some of the choices that I'm making, okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm human. I'm going to make this choice to maybe eat sugar and watch Netflix. Okay, a lower vibrational choice. No problem. Right now, sometimes that might be my self-care. I'm not judging myself around that. But if I'm constantly, moving up and down the register of high vibration, low vibration, high vibration, low vibration, that's very tiring to us empathic individuals, very tiring to us high vibrational beings. So it's important that we maintain a consistency and then choose when we want to dip. When we want to do anything we want to do is great. We want to experience all the notes on the scale, but just realize when you get down to those lower notes, it's tiring to climb back up. So that's the first thing, or the second thing. All right, let's check out some of these comments. You guys are rocking on the comments. Jody needs help. Let's see. Well, let's go back down here. I don't know if I can go back any further. Waking up, learning the planet. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I'm just so grateful for all the comments. Jody, what do you need help on? Let me know. Emmanuel, my brother from Ghana, love you. Kylie, I needed this today too. Woo! All right, so I want to do a reading. I want to show you, there's a beautiful book that I read daily. It is called Science of Mind 365, and it just fits perfectly. You need help feeling positive. You know what, Jody? It's okay. Let me just, before I do this reading, let me answer Jody. Jody says, I need help feeling positive. So, and embracing the good in you. I know, like that day I was feeling so low. Sometimes there's not one part of you that isn't worthy of love, Jody. Not one part of you that doesn't deserve to be loved. And this fits really with our talk today. Okay, Buddha is not the name of some guy that lived 2,500 years ago and is smarter than you and I will ever be. This is a teaching from Pema Chodron's book, Start Where You Are, and I just loved it. Buddha is not the name of some guy that is smarter than you and I, than lived a long time ago. And Christ isn't Jesus's last name. Buddha and Christ mean awakened consciousness. Awakened consciousness. So, and consciousness is awareness. Jody, this is for you. And so all we need to do is bring our awareness to how you're feeling. There's no hope. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but give up hope of feeling better. Because hoping for something better moves you into some fantasy for the future or some nostalgia for the past. And whatever it does not keep us in the present moment. And it's the present moment that gives us access to the eternal now, where all possibility and potentiality exist. So what I'm telling you is, it's okay how you're feeling. Feel how you're feeling. Lots of bad influences around you that you enable. Okay, there might be something to be aware of there. But what I'm saying is, if you're feeling, having trouble feeling positive and embracing the good in you, all there is to do first is to open up gently to exactly what is. Observing this without judgment. And you might even, as the teaching to Pema Chodron goes, is that you might even say something like, this part of your consciousness, like, this is sad Jodi Buddha, sad Buddha, feeling low Buddha, having trouble feeling positive Buddha. This is part of your awareness. And the acceptance of that is the loving it up and loving it in. And the only road to liberation is acceptance. Condemnation does not liberate. Acceptance liberates. So accept this part of yourself. Not, like I said, don't pitch a tent there. You're not camping out, but you are loving every part of yourself. And right now you're feeling sad Buddha. And it is in that awareness that we then can access something eternal, something real, and an infinite possibility and potentiality. So, all right. The reading. Kevin, hey man, love meeting you too. Jody, I accept being treated badly as I think maybe I deserve it. Okay. Jody, you need to direct message me. We're going to have a talk at John Jacob Mubarak. At John Jacob Mubarak. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook and direct message me, and we'll talk, Jody. So our reading today is from Ernest Holmes, the 11th of March. Givingness is the title. This is from a book called Science of Mind 365. Science of Mind 365. And it's entitled Givingness. Givingness. And this is by Ernest Holmes. There can be no real gift unless the giver goes with it. The name of the book is Science of Mind 365, Daily Wisdom from Ernest Holmes. There is no real gift unless the giver goes with it. Giving includes more than the giving of money or things. It includes the giving of service or whatever we have to others. But always the gift and the giver must go hand in hand. The surrender of everything we have and everything we are into the joy of its own self-expression. This is the way that God gives. This is the way we should give. Real giving is the art of transmitting ourselves to others and to the conditions and situations that surround us. Let me say that again. Real giving is the art of transmitting ourselves to others and to the conditions and situations that surround us. This kind of giving is not something for special occasions only, for it should become a habit growing out of our desire to live life to the fullest extent. Only that which becomes an inward habit of thought can spontaneously flow from the heart and transmit itself to everything we touch. Just as life belongs to the one who lives it, to the one who takes it, so the fuller life belongs only to the one who scatters every good he has. It is by giving of oneself to every person, every project, and every association with zest, love, and friendliness that one sees the larger possibilities in all things. Beauty instead of ugliness, love instead of hate, the divine hidden within each human. Today and every day, it is my desire that what life has given me so abundantly shall be shared with others. I desire to share this realization of the indwelling presence with everyone. This is what we were talking about, moving from what's mine to reach, what's mine to grab, is mine to have, into moving into a realization of wanting to share this with everyone. In this consciousness, I say, bless you, my friend. I desire for you health, happiness, and success. I desire for you love, peace, and joy. I desire for you the the benediction of the kingdom of God here upon earth. Woo! I love that. What if we walked around to everybody saying, bless you, my friend. I desire for you health, happiness, and success. I desire for you love, peace, and joy. I desire for you the benediction of the kingdom of God here on earth, heaven on earth. Wow. God bless you, Ernest Holmes. I love this man. And then he has a Bible quote, a biblical quote from Proverbs chapter 11, verse 24. There is that scattereth and yet increaseth. I love the and all the biblical quotes. So this idea that we are giving fully of ourselves, and when we give fully of ourselves to life, it is a benediction and blessing to others. That's what we're talking about. Earth School. What are we here for? To wake up. We're here to wake up to our oneness with the divine, that we are a direct emanation of love and beauty and joy and intelligence and excellence and creativity. And that not only are we here to recognize that that's within us, but we're here to share that, to give that to others, not just keep it for ourselves. Do not hide your light under a bushel, so saith the Lord. Amen. So I'm cracking myself up. So don't hide your light under a bushel. We're here to share those gifts. Earth School, what are we here for? To give our gifts and talents so that we can become a beneficial presence on the planet. That is a beautiful phrase from my teacher, Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. So that's it. That's our talk. That's the meaning of life. You didn't know that you were going to find out the meaning of life here at a Facebook Live at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. But there it is, the meaning of life. And now a song from Monty Python. Spam, 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 spam. Okay, I love you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all of your comments. My God, tons. So great. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful people. Love you. Wishing you. Let's just take a minute and bless each other. Hold all these people. You might not even see their faces, but everybody that's been on this love stream, on this live stream, just feel a connection to everybody's heart. And we're just saying to everyone, I know you're guided by a divine intelligence. I know you're guarded by an infinite love. And I know that you are protected by a power that is inexhaustible, that goes before you and makes the way easy and immediate, wishing you love, peace, joy, happiness, and all needs met. And so it is. Peace and blessings.